Good morning all, or good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are, whatever time you listen to this. It's Teresa here from Lighting the Way, and I'm just here with some cards and some guidance really for the month ahead. I am aware that it's not March the 1st. I'm really being reminded that time is not linear. I actually completely forgot what date it was and to tune in for the monthly reading. So this is the perfect day to do the monthly reading. And I have been connecting to myself this morning to ask, what is it that I need to share really here? So the first thing I suppose I'd like to say is that during this particular week, well, it was actually last week, but it's within a week time frame, I went down to Clare to a lovely lady called Sinead White, and I had a quantum hypnosis healing therapy session, and a whole lot of information came through when I went into different lives, actually a few different lives. So I regressed easily, and I was given some symbols. Actually, I was a preacher in this life that had been actually captured for sharing these symbols with people and helping people to heal themselves. And I do have those symbols, so I'm integrating them presently. One is for opening the heart center, and the other one is actually for the third eye, for full vision. But in a different lifetime, I had a huge amount of information come through about healing the land and cleaning it and cleaning the water and being able to heal people and being able to use the energy of wind. And it really didn't make quite much sense to me, really. And this morning, more information started to come through. So that aspect of myself, I am starting to connect deeper with again. And I actually was just washing my hands when the information came through. I'm very attached to water as well, and usually the flow of the water allows things to flow. So it really is the chi, the energy, and how to be able to use it. And the way we've heard old sayings of, there was an ill wind and all of that. So wind can be used for the good, or as we could classify it as good, so for healing or for the opposite to healing. So I know that I am being given the information as I integrate little by little. And I did say actually to my husband last night as I was going to bed, I said, this is actually the first day that I feel that I have integrated what came through, and I'm ready for the next level, because I was really tired for a few days. But I'm not going to start researching desperately or anything like that. But I know that I have a lovely friend that does 5-element acupuncture, so I'm looking forward to seeing her next week and having a conversation. But at the same time, to be very aware that this is very ancient knowledge that I'm being given. So just to see how, I suppose, it has been interpreted and used. And I am confident that I will have more information and understanding through within the next week, and within the next month. I'm going to Star Magic also to Egypt, but I do believe that within the next month, I'll be able to recalibrate quite a lot. So before I put the camera on, I took out one box of cards that I don't very often use, angels, gods and goddesses, and I went to draw one card, but there were 3 cards stuck together. So this is the first one, the goddess of the unknown. This is the second one, the goddess of the sacred path. And this is the third one, the goddess of the shadows. Now you're going to have to excuse me, I'm just going to have to put my cardigan back on. When I sat down and I brought through the energy, I was like, whoo, it's too hot. And anyone in Ireland will know that it's far from hot here at the moment. I do have my heating on, but just need to cover your arms, keep the chill out, keep the wind from the back of the neck. Yeah, the wind can enter through the back of the neck, but we can harness the wind and we can use it for healing. I will talk about this when I have the information through, not just humans, but land and water and animals and everything. So I go on a rant here now in a minute, so I need to pull myself in a small bit with the guidance for the month. So let me see, what was the first thing I put down? Shadow. I just scribbled a few little points as they came true. So just so that I don't forget, because I was in a different state, I was after doing a slight meditation. So, okay, so the goddess of the shadow. What you perceive to be your dark side holds a hidden treasure. Okay, so what I've written here is that everything in life has a positive and negative charge, and that's what makes up the whole. So we're not exempt from everything in life. So we also have a positive and negative charge, making us whole. So there's often nuggets of wisdom, nuggets of understanding hidden in the shadow. So embrace it, move into it. You know, we're moving to the next level of awareness. We all are, regardless of what level of awareness we're at. We're shifting, we're moving. The energetic vibration is there to help us to move forward, and we really are shifting. Long-held beliefs I've written down here. So for us to question ourselves and question our long-held beliefs, and are they still true for us? And were they our beliefs in the first place? So that might be some questions for a journal. So taking to journaling and eliciting your own truthful answers is one really good way of seeing how you're progressing on your journey, and you'll get answers that you didn't even realize were hidden in your shadow. So don't play small, okay? Simply give up all of the illusions that you had of, you know, believing something to be true that you deeply know isn't now. So discernment, discernment, discernment is keep coming in. I've written, don't play small, okay? Don't play dumb. Don't dumb yourself down just to fit into the company of others. Don't allow yourself to feel inadequate or restricted. Just go for it. Just go for it. You've only this life to live in this incarnation, so just go for it. Give it all, you know, and embrace the shadow. So the next one I'm looking at is the unknown. I've just written down a few words, okay? So the card itself, a new chapter of your life is around the corner. Remove fear and embrace the unknown. Again, you know, here it is. It's remove fear. So if the old beliefs were, oh my God, I can't do that, or, you know, this is dangerous or whatever, we've got to actually work with our heart and let that go. Just release it. Remove fear. Let go of fear. And, you know, sometimes it just looks dark. And I mean, there's a dark picture being painted for us all at the moment. If we listen into the mainstream media or even the social media, there's a really dark picture. And there is a lot of dark stuff happening. But we've got to realize that there is a big, big, bright light. And it's always shining, even behind the darkness, like the sun is always shining behind the clouds, even if we can't see it. It's like here today, heavy clouds, dark grey, rain, wind, and it looks like there's no sunshine, but that sunshine is still up there shining behind that cloud. And the land is being penetrated with lots and lots of golden light. We may not be aware of it, but it is happening. So it's breaking through and it's coming through. And so for us to realize that there is light, there's light at the end of every tunnel. So there is light, and you will notice it. Start looking for the light. Honestly, start really looking for the light and you will see it. Now, the next one was the sacred path. And I think, you know, there's a really big reason why these three cards popped out and came together. And they're all goddess cards. Have you noticed that? Because they're not all goddess cards in this pack. There's angels, gods, and goddesses. And the three of these, oh, they've been well separated, even though I haven't drawn them out here for a long time. The three of these were together. I took two and then the other one just kind of slid into it. So I have three of them. So this is the goddess of the sacred path. Let go of logic and trust your intuition. How apt is that for these times where, for real good reasons, part of the shadow, we're being fed so much untrue Oh, and so many agendas, and we're being manipulated in so many ways to believe X, Y, or Z. Like it's like everything has like a sugar-coated icing on top of it, and here now, eat that. That's where discernment is really coming in. And I feel that, I suppose I've been working many years like with the healing modalities, and I think many lifetimes, especially after my recent hypnosis. And I've had hypnosis done before, and I've always been back there in olden times as a healer and doing lots and lots of different things and healing different modalities. And I've often, I suppose, this time I was captured as a slave. That was one of the lives I went into, but I've seen myself chained in slavery before. So, you know, it's the same again. Someone's trying to quench the light, a burst of energy, whatever it is. It's all trying to put out your light, but do not let anybody put out your light. And this is really important. What did I write here? Trust your feelings. Your sacred path is unfolding. And again, I've put down journal, write things down as they come up, because I know, and I can tell you this from experience, that tomorrow or the day after, or in a week's time or a month's time, gone. You will have no recollection of it, and maybe something will trigger it here and there. But if you write something down, and you write something down again the next day or 2 days later or whatever it is, as things pop in. I need to journal today myself to write in the information that I got this morning, because it's actually huge for me, because there is something really sacred in the information that's coming through, and it's filtering for me. So I'm going to give it the space to come in so that it can be used, because now it can be used, because it's actually like a God-given recipe, for want of a better word, to be able to use this for sacredness. And I will share it, believe me. So there's just the only few little notes. I'll just put them out of my way there and leave that aside, because they were the 3 cards that came in as I sat down and I asked what was the main theme for the month. So trusting our gut, trusting our heart, meditating is really important, taking out that journal and writing down what comes in, and stop playing small. You know, we all do it from time to time. We have friends and they're not on the same pathway as us anymore. We've just got to keep walking our own path. We came here to have unique experiences, and they are experiences. So, you know, some for a reason, some for a season, some for a lifetime. You hear that about friends or colleagues or whatever. And if you really think about that, it's a wise saying, you know, because you meet some people for a really big reason, some for a season, like they're just passing through, and some for a lifetime. Some will be like your soul buddies, your soulmates, and they will stay with you in this lifetime for your whole lifetime. But you need to discern. And, you know, if everybody is being activated and everybody is becoming more conscious, and if you're not on the same wavelength anymore, please don't hold yourself back, and so that you can stay on that wavelength, because you are built for great things, absolutely phenomenal things. We are amazing, intricate, powerful beings of pure love and pure light. And it's time for us to embrace that. You know, we actually, here in Ireland, we have a referendum this week on Friday. And I know that some of you won't be Irish that will be listening to this. So all the Irish people have a vote this Friday. It's about changing some articles in the Constitution. And, you know, it's meant to be very democratic, but it's far from it. And we all know that we're being fed a sugared coating cream bun to swallow and tell us, oh, this will be great for you, this will be really good for you. And we can come back later and talk about how it's going to affect you in different ways. So we really need to discern and get the truth that's within our heart, and stand up really and be counted for what we know to be true, and not to just kind of go along with the flock of sheep, because there might be a little cream bun for you that will really satisfy you, but we forget about the big picture and how it might actually create a huge amount of harm in your body and in life. Obviously, when I'm talking about the elections, I'm just using an analogy. And for me, I actually feel it's a very big week. I feel that we really need to discern and walk into our truth and into our power, and realize that things that are just being presented to you aren't always as they seem. So I think I've said quite a bit on that. It's not for me either to be undemocratic, but we do need to see everything that has happened here during this whole campaign, and where funds have been handed over to one side for good reason. There's always a secondary gain. So you'd ask yourself, why did that happen? You know, why the rush? Why this has to happen? And on International Women's Day and Mother's Day in Ireland is this Sunday as well. So come on, ladies, come on, gentlemen, stand up for your rights. Go out and do what's right. Now I'm going to take a card from Archangel Michael and see what he has to say, because this is about the whole month of March. So there is like a huge energy in of trusting yourself, really trusting the deeper part of yourself. And I'm going to ask Archangel Michael to come in to protect us, because it's a huge month, and see what he has to say. So one message from Michael. Oh my goodness, I have somebody else here. I have a couple of new guides actually. Let's see what that message is in a minute. This one coming in. So here's Michael's card. Okay, it's time to leave this unhealthy situation. Archangel Michael, what parts of my life do I need to focus on more closely right now? Thank you for helping me hear your answers and give me the courage to make healthy life changes. Now, doesn't that so tie in with this of, you know, reevaluating your life, trusting yourself, letting go of those old beliefs, you know, that may be long held, or where you're dumbing yourself down to try to fit in, to discern and make healthy changes. Okay, so Archangel Michael is there to help you do that, and it's time to leave the unhealthiness of just fitting in. Okay, so just leave it behind. I'm going to take a surrender card. So there's a power behind this. So these are called the power to surrender. I actually love this deck of cards myself. I started a little group here on a Sunday morning where we just have a cup of cacao, some journaling. Obviously, I would have a theme for the day, and a deep healing meditation followed by a light breakfast. But on Sunday, I give out one of these cards. I just started the group actually last Sunday, and I give out these cards just as a prompt for journaling, because some people have never experienced journaling, or maybe have a bit of an aversion to it, but it really is a powerful tool. So I think when I was training to be a life coach, I really embraced it. And before that, I used to only write things when I was trying to get anger out of me, and it worked really well. Whereas I've really come a long way since then. And now I'm going to ask for the month of March. So this is a generic card, okay? So what is it we need to know? What do we need to surrender? Just wait for the energy. Here we go. Surrender frustration, okay? So we're all pretty frustrated at the moment, you know, with everything that's going on, and with nobody seeming to, I'm talking about people in charge, seeming to care or listen, and, you know, seem to have no problem telling untruths, and we're very frustrated with it. It's hard to break through. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a break, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more clearly. You see that it's a very grounded card. You see all the orange and red in that card, and the wind blowing through. And again, it's to be able to surrender that. So that is a big thing for the month of March, to surrender it. So if you surrender that frustration, it gives you more time to connect with, you know, the pathway to the soul, the gateway to the soul that's held within your heart. And those answers will come true. So whether you're journaling, whether you ask when you're going to sleep at night, whether you're going for a walk in the forest, about water or whatever, the answers will come true if you make space for them. So discernment, trusting yourself more, letting go of the frustration. And it is a huge energy here, and not just in Ireland, it's on the planet at the moment. We're all frustrated, you know, and we're actually waiting. We're waiting for, you know, the higher vibration to really be able to take its place, because there is so much resistance to it, you know, all this old 3D hanging on, squeezing, you know, digging in the heels and being dragged like skid marks behind you. All that's moving out because the light is saturating. And we have many beings here working with us, helping us. Some of us are very aware of that, and some may be becoming aware, and others are just maybe not quite there yet at that awareness level. And it doesn't matter where we're at, because it's all divinely orchestrated. It's just to give ourselves the time and the love and the respect to understand the messages, because they may not come into your mind. The probability is they will come into your feelings, into your heart, and maybe into your body, you know, showing you where something you haven't been listening to. You might end up with some ailment in your body, and then you start to look at it. So why not look at it before it gets to that point? I'm asking Angel Gabriel. I just feel Gabriel is around, and I'm asking Gabriel for a message. So of course Gabriel is the great announcer. Gabriel also helps us with communication and with travel and with vision, but I would normally look to Gabriel for information about the truth and how we can open up to speaking our truth and having our truth heard, you know, because that's a lot of the frustration at the moment. Is a lot of people have discerned really well, and they understand, you know, that there's quite a lot of untruth floating about, driven about. Here's Gabriel's message anyway, so we'll have a look at that. And it can be frustrating, but we just need to be able to sit with that and turn that into gold. So that'll be the shadow then again. Okay, so what's held in there? Okay, so what is the opposite to that? And to be able to just spill that out into our beautiful planet and universe. So Gabriel says, nurture yourself. Investing time in self-care now will yield more energy for you later. And look at this. Just look at it. Okay, so of course there are books. Pure relaxation. So self-care. We're back into this understanding of taking care of the self first. You know, I know as a mother myself, I can only really speak for myself, but I can see it all around me as well, as I work with clients for many, many years now. But I speak for myself, you know, getting on that airplane and being asked to attend to your own mask before you attend to the mask of your child. I remember when my children were small, I was thinking, oh my God almighty, what if this happens to them and all the rest. But when I did my coaching diploma, it was like, I got a deep understanding of, you know, you've got to have your own cup full before you can actually pour into anybody else's cup. And we're coming to a deep realization that self-care is imperative at the moment, because that is actually how we can actually become quiet within ourselves, believe in ourselves, trust ourselves. And Gabriel is saying, nurture yourself, and take out that journal when you're in that quiet time. A cup of tea, coffee, cacao, water, whatever it may be, and just relax yourself, and you will connect with deep aspects of your soul. Believe me, you will. I just feel drawn to one final card, and a card for the children. So I'm going to take a healing card, and then I'll take a card. I have a load of decks out here, but I have to see what I'm drawn to. Goodness, I'm up to 24 minutes. One generic card for the month, please. Here we go. Positive thinking. My life is full of small patches of light. I direct my thoughts to that which brings me well-being. I place what is weighty for me into the hands of the universe, and little by little, delight awakens in my being, and I find serenity. Now, isn't that just amazing? I will take a picture of that card and put it up with the reading. So I just realized there's no need for me anymore to write a big spiel around the reading, because we can put on captions and we have it all there. So one card for the children, and then just a very quick synopsis. And I'll put this up. When I say up, I mean I'll put it up on YouTube and I'll put it up on my website. So if anybody feels like a healing with me or a reading, it's angel card readings I do, but obviously I intuitively read as well. So you get the whole lot and some healing, and I do it in person and I do it online. Just connect with me through my website. It's in there under book a session, book a healing. Yeah, book a session, it's in under book a session. So I run workshops from time to time as well. I used to run a lot of different workshops, but I'm really pulling into getting the information from my own soul at the moment and offering that, and it seems to be working very well. So one card for the children, please. So this is for your own child, grandchild. I have a little granddaughter coming today, so I'll be sharing this card with her. Or just wishing it for the children of the world. You know, you can bring it into your heart and send out that energy. So it says comfort. When you feel sad, tell your angel about it and say to yourself, my angel always understands me. So we could send out that comfort on sending the angels to the children of the world that are in grave need of our love, and sharing that love and respect and asking for help for them. So a quick synopsis. Embrace your shadow. Positive and negative is needed to make the whole, and just walk into it. There's a sacred path just opening up for you. All of our consciousnesses are just starting to expand and open up, and the unknown is always around the corner, but there's something brand new unfolding. And just drop all the old beliefs, just check them out, discern, and let go of everything that just doesn't fit, because a lot of our beliefs are illusion. Surrender the frustration and just allow yourself to journal on that and to feel more love and more light, because it doesn't open any doors. Okay, so resisting things just doesn't help. Archangel Michael says it's time to let go of all this unhealthy stuff. I was going to say a different word. I just got myself on time. He says let go of all this unhealthy stuff. Just let it go and ask him to help you. Archangel Gabriel says nurture yourself, that it's the time to actually take great care of the self. So self-care, self-care, self-care. And that's really what I'm working on as well. I've even started making self-care kits as a subscription. So I've just kept them really low value, 22 and 44 euros. And I know I can't post them abroad yet until I figure out postage, and like you're restricted with liquids and all of that. But here in Ireland, anybody can subscribe, and it'll be something to do with self-care, and obviously something uplifting and something that will enhance your vibration month by month. And again, this is all instructions that I'm being given. So good bit of work in it for me, you know, ordering in stuff, asking what's right for the month, making sure that I can fulfill my promise for 22 euros or 44 euros, and making sure that it actually helps. So, but I love it. I love it. And to have it as a surprise each month, so that people are like just waiting for it, and it's an uplifting feeling even as you're waiting. So the final thing is positive thinking. Okay, so what you put out there is what comes back to you. So, and to remember that the light is there, and that even if you feel that you're in that dark tunnel, that there's always light at the end of the tunnel. So embrace March, embrace your magnificence. And I will be back again to do another video. I'm going to Egypt for a few weeks this month, but I may make a video next week. I feel prompted to do a healing video, so I'll put it up. So God bless you, and thank you for watching this video, and share it if you wish. God bless.